Title: The Entire History of Ancient Japan. Opening scene: footage of Japan's natural landscapes, Mount Fuji, cherry blossoms, and ancient temples. Narrator: Japan, a land of mystique, tradition, and an unbroken lineage of culture that stretches back thousands of years. But how did this island nation come to be? Today, we embark on a journey through the entire history of ancient Japan. Chapter 1, the Jōmon Period, 14,000 to 300 BCE, visuals, archaeological sites, pottery with cord-marked designs, early hunter-gatherers. Narrator: Our journey begins with the Jōmon people, Japan's earliest known inhabitants. Arriving over 14,000 years ago, they lived as hunter-gatherers, creating some of the world's oldest pottery. The word Jōmon means cord-marked, referring to the intricate patterns on their pottery. This period saw the rise of early settlements and spiritual practices. Chapter 2, the Yayoi Period, 300 BCE 250 CE, visuals, rice paddies, bronze and iron tools, pottery improvements. Narrator: Around 300 BCE, a new wave of migrants arrived, bringing advanced agricultural techniques. This was the beginning of the Yayoi Period, a time of transformation. The Yayoi people introduced rice farming, metal tools, and a more structured society, laying the foundations of what would become Japan's early kingdoms. Chapter 3, the Kofun Period, 250 to 538 CE. Visuals: massive keyhole-shaped burial mounds, Hanawa clay figures, early Japanese warriors. Narrator: As Japan's society grew, so did the need for leadership. The Kofun period saw the rise of powerful clans, the most dominant being the Yamato clan. This era is named after the enormous Kofun tombs built for their rulers. It was during this time that Japan's imperial lineage began to take shape, with the Yamato kings establishing control. Chapter 4, the Asuka Period, 538 to 710 CE, visuals, Buddhist temples, Chinese calligraphy, Prince Shotoku's influence. Narrator: With the arrival of Buddhism from Korea in the 6th century, Japan underwent a spiritual and political transformation. The Asuka period saw the adoption of Chinese-style government structures and writing. Prince Shotoku, a key figure, promoted Buddhism and centralized rule, paving the way for a more organized state. Chapter 5, the Nara Period, 710 to 794 CE, visuals, the Great Buddha of Nara, early Japanese literature like the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki. Narrator: In 710, Japan established its first permanent capital in Nara. This period saw the formalization of Japanese culture, with the compilation of the country's first historical records. Buddhism flourished, and the iconic Great Buddha of Nara was built, symbolizing Japan's growing identity. Chapter 6, the Heian Period, 794 to 1185 CE, visuals, aristocratic court life, calligraphy, the tale of Genji, samurai emergence. Narrator: Japan's golden age of art, literature, and refinement was the Heian period. The imperial court, centered in Kyoto, developed unique cultural traditions. The world's first novel, The Tale of Genji, by Murasaki Shikibu, was written during this time. However, beneath the elegance, the power of the emperor waned, and the samurai class began to rise. Closing scene, visuals, transition from Heian to feudal Japan. Samurai warriors, historical scrolls. Narrator: As Japan moved into the next phase of its history, the samurai would take center stage, marking the beginning of the medieval era. But that is a story for another time. End scene, soft traditional Japanese music plays as the screen fades to black.